Wow. Oh, my God. I'm still feeling that hit that Cam Rising took last night for the Utah Utes, the Pac-12 champions. Yeah, this guy right here. He has a great head of hair, great stash. It's a 70s porn stash, but he pulls it off. It's great. Utah knocked out USC from the college football playoff race, if you will. And if you didn't know, well, you probably do. He's a former Texas Longhorn quarterback. Yes, and he is not the only Longhorn or former Longhorn on that Utah Utes roster.
3rd and 2 for Utah. It's a run for Jackson. Jaquindon Jackson is through.
Yeah, the pride of Duncanville, Texas, Jaquindon Jackson. Amazing talent, just absolutely talented beyond measure. Signed with Texas, then transferred out like so many quarterbacks or other positions do or have in the past. It's part of the game, transfer portal. Jaquindon Jackson, a dual threat quarterback, the ultimate RPO guy. Well, he lines up in the backfield with Cam Rising. They're productive, and they're now Pac-12 champions. USC, I bear this question to you.
USC, what happened?
Yeah, that's our guy, James Draws from the great state of Oklahoma. He has made these videos. He watches sports religiously, then makes these videos and is asked what happened. And a few weeks ago, he was with the Oklahoma Sooners after they won Bedlam and had the entire OU team behind him, made a video and said, Oklahoma State, what happened? Pretty cool story, that young man right there. Hey, got to pull this up for you. Today, if you were not aware, is Conference Championship Saturday. And this is what we have going on. Utah, USC, done. USC could potentially end up in the Alamo Bowl, probably facing Texas. So the Alamo Bowl is hoping for that, but USC could possibly land a New Year's Six bowl game. But Big 12 championship, Kansas State, TCU. I'm going with Kansas State to hand TCU their first loss of the year. Kansas State going to the Sugar Bowl. Regardless, TCU could stay in the CFP depending on how close that loss is if they lose. But I'm picking K-State probably by 6 to 7 points. SEC, LSU, and Georgia. I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm putting Georgia on upset alert, but I do think the Bulldogs pull it out. I know LSU was absolutely embarrassed by Texas A&M. The AAC, UCF and Tulane, I think the Golden Knights pull this one out. Big Ten, the Wolverines. Purdue won't give them much of a battle. Wolverines by 20. Mac Brown, I think they'll play Clemson close, but there's no way Clemson back-to-back losses. They got cock-slapped last week by the South Carolina Gamecocks. Clemson will be your ACC champions. So don't hold off on or just thinking that Clemson is done, because they're not. Hey, guess who is back with a head coaching job in college football?
And I'm going to fight, scratch, and claw in terms of to give you every experience known to man to make you love playing this game of football. Okay, from NIL opportunities, all of that comes when you win.
Tom Herman back in the game. Great for him. He deserves another shot. I'm in his corner for that. He's a great offensive mind. Florida Atlantic. Lane Kiffin was the head coach there, and you saw what he did. Bounced over to Ole Miss. Hey, there's a story that is, if you probably have followed, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, back in 1957, during desegregation in Little Rock. Well, Jerry Jones was a student at North Little Rock High School. I'm not sure how people figured out it was him, but he is identified in the mass of white people not allowing African-American kids into their school when they were trying to integrate. Well, there is the young Jerry Jones. He's received a lot of fire for this, as he should. The problem is, with our history and American history, we need to talk about things like this. We need to talk. We need not to ignore any of it, so we won't reverse and go backwards. Race is a very sensitive subject to me, as it is to so many. But we're evolving as a country. Racism, it would be an amazing world if racism didn't exist. But Jerry Jones, LeBron James, was in a press conference recently, and he was disappointed. He expressed his displeasure that he was not asked about the Jerry Jones situation. LeBron James clearly has shown and displayed his love for the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry Jones made his weekly appearance on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas-Fort Worth, and he kind of danced around the subject. The guys at The Fan, including former Texas Rangers pitcher Derek Holland, a part of the co-hosts. This is what Jerry said about the LeBron situation.
He not only is an absolute great ambassador for sport, he has taken sports, he's taken his venues and used those platforms. I want to be sure that you know where I'm coming from. And it was made buttons pop off my vest, so to speak, when he would talk about how much of a Cowboy fan he was, and he would have made a great tight end. So, and that doesn't change. There's nothing about any of that changes, and I did hear what he had to say.
And that's very clear. Hey, to give you a laugh, Ricky Williams, misunderstood by some. I think he's a great guy. The guy is absolutely hilarious. He's very smart. He is no stranger to promoting an advocate of marijuana. He has a brand he's growing, but he was on a podcast recently, Games with Names, and they were asking him about when he started using weed.
My roommate was a smoker, and he's like, "You need to chill." And so he brought out his bong. And he's like, "Here, first 2 games, I kill it. Then we go to Kansas State, and I get shut down, like 12 carries for like 40 yards. Also find out that my girlfriend is now with the quarterback." Okay, so
which quarterback is this?
Major Applewhite. He was our starting.
What? Applewhite? How do you do that to your teammate?
She was pretty bad. Anyways, so I was just going through this, and I was thinking, like, why did I come back for this shit? You know, I was in that place where I was thinking I could be making millions of dollars, not worried about this bullshit. But that was the first night where I smoked. And I remember I went upstairs in my room, and I wasn't obsessing about the girl or the quarterback or the bad game. I just was good, and I started actually thinking positively about the future. And I'm not lying to you. You can look in the stat book. After that game, back-to-back 300-yard rushing games.
Hey, the World Cup is the run for the Americans is over. They were ousted by the Netherlands. Tough. They did not start out well today, early this morning. But throughout the World Cup, you need to make sure your balls are clean, 100%. And manscaped.com is the place to go to keep those balls clean. I know it's humorous, but it's true. Not one of our significant others, our better halves, our others in our lives, want us to resemble the German Black Forest below the belt. Go to manscaped.com. The Lawnmower 4.0, it's waterproof. It works. It's phenomenal. Quick maintenance. But be sure to use the promo code MANCAVE20 for 20% off of your order. Have yourselves an excellent Saturday, and let's enjoy this championship Saturday in college football. And shout out to Jeff Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners, Conference USA champs again. Have yourselves an excellent weekend. We out.